Okay guys, I'm going to do a quick video about how to strip paint. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm restoring a Bridgeport mill. There's another part of it. You can see they put some kind of aftermarket enamel on the mill, and as you could imagine, it's just not holding up very good. So anyway, I'm going to repaint this using like an industrialized enamel that I got from Sherwin-Williams. But in order to do that, I need to get all this bad stuff off. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. You could sand it off. You could use some kind of a scouring brush or sandpaper or some kind of abrasive, an elbow grease, or you use a chemical stripper. Also, they have mechanical guns that work on they're air-driven pneumatic. It's called a scaler, and you could use that. A lot of places recommend that. One of the things you need to realize is these old machines, they may have lead in the paint or some other additives that really may not be very healthy. So you want to be careful about generating a bunch of fine dust, because obviously all that stuff could get in the air, you could breathe it and it could mess you up, especially the lead-based stuff. The same is true if you use a stripper product on here. All the paint that you strip off, it may have a lead base to it, and so it's going to basically fall off of this and wind up, whatever it touches, it'll transfer the lead to that, and you'll have to deal with it. So just be careful. What I'm going to use right now is a chemical stripper. This is called Clean Strip. I got this at Home Depot or Lowe's. There's various kinds of it, but it all works kind of the same. Basically, you stick this on, let it sit for 15 minutes, or most of the time less than that, and the paint really just falls off. I'm here. I got my garage door open, plenty of ventilation in here. This stuff doesn't smell that bad, but some of it is like really horrible. So make sure you have plenty of ventilation. Get the really thick gloves like these. I don't know where to get these, but you can get them around, but you can see they're really thick. These are not, they have like a kind of a furry texture on the inside of it. Anyway, these are the thick ones, not the little thin latex gloves. This chemical stripper here will eat right through those latex gloves. If you get that stuff on your skin, it'll begin to burn immediately. Make sure you wear eye protection so you don't accidentally wipe any in your eyes. Make sure you got shoes on. Don't wear flip-flops, because this stuff, if it falls, like I said, if it gets on your skin, it's going to instantly start to burn. And anyway, okay, I'm working one-handed here, so this might be squirrely. Okay, I don't have my gloves on right now, but I'm just going to pour some in here. Notice that this is not a plastic bowl. This specific one happens to be steel, and I just use it. I don't know, you could probably get some kind of container that's safe for this purpose. Okay, I got my chemical safe gloves here. I use a little throwaway dab brush, so I'm just gonna get some of this in here, get it on kind of thick, and stand back, just start painting it on. You want to make sure you get like a good solid coverage. It's going to be pretty impressive how fast this paint starts to come off. Whatever they used on here was not a good selection for something like a milling machine, which gets exposed to solvents and chemicals frequently. So I'm just wiping this on here, and that paint is just gonna start falling off. This workbench that I have, I use it for everything. I'm not worried about getting the top messed up. If you have any finishes on anything this stuff gets on, it's over. So don't do it around your motorcycle or anything if you're worried about stripping the paint off of it, because it's pretty nasty. Okay, I'm back. This is a few minutes later. You can see this paint is really just falling off of the substrate. Like I said, this is not any kind of industrial paint. My guess is they probably went like to Lowe's or something and got some Rust-Oleum white and then just painted over some of these spots. Also, I didn't see any kind of surface prep, like they didn't prime or anything first. I think what you could see here is the original primer is in this location, or not primer, but the original enamel is in this location here, and it is not coming off of the stripper. It's more suitable for this kind of application. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to get this off now. I take a spackle knife, or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, it's got a sharp flat edge on it. And I'm just going to start at the top here, wedge it at like about 45 degrees, and then just kind of go in a straight line until it's gone. I'm gonna take all this waste here and put it inside this metal container. It'll take a little while for all that solvent to bake out of it, but you can see even the old enamel is coming off now. And so, yeah, you may have to hit this more than once or twice, but best thing is to let it sit for a while, and then it just allows that paint to be scraped off. Now you're gonna get it down to a certain point. You're not gonna get everything off like this without just, you know, either taking a lot of time or using a overabundance of the stripper. But like I said, after you're done doing this, you could use a scaler or some kind of wire wheel or something. That's probably what I'm gonna do here. So yeah, so we're down to the Bondo now. You see that, the pink filler. And so even that will get stripped off with this this stripper. So I think if I get it down to there, and then you can sand it, and then that'll kind of give it a little bit of a surface prep. You don't want everything to be super smooth, so you'll sand it rough, and then that'll help the primer that I put on over this kind of have something to hold on to. Anyway, that's pretty much it. You can see how easy that was. Like I said, these surfaces now are contaminated with whatever it was in this paint, so be careful. No eating, don't bite your fingernails. Don't put any kind of food or drink or anything around this area, and just be aware of potential for cross-contamination.